Good afternoon everybody and welcome to a brand new week of home learning. I hope you all enjoyed a relaxing weekend and are looking forward to finishing off our persuasive adverts today. Now, our do now this afternoon is a little bit different. You'll remember at the beginning of our unit we looked at special offers that we might include at the end of an advert for a particular product, and some of us found it a little bit tricky to think of a special offer that would be appropriate or suitable. When we're thinking of offers that would be appropriate, we need to bear in mind our audience and what is it that would persuade them to buy the product. Let's think back. Who are our audience? You're right, we're writing to the parents of primary school aged children. So when we're offering them something at the end of the advert that will hopefully entice them to buy the Skip Max, we need to think, would the parents of a primary school aged child want the offer either for themselves or for their child, and is it realistic? Usually the offer wouldn't be bigger than the product itself, otherwise the company might go bust. They wouldn't afford, for example, to be able to give out lots of iPhones with skipping ropes, otherwise they would not make any profit. So I'm going to read out each one of these, and after each one I want you to pause and think, suitable or not suitable. You can either write out the sentence and write suitable or not suitable beside it, or you can write the word suitable, number one, suitable or unsuitable, so that I can see that you have an understanding of what kind of offers we might include in our writing today. Let's look at the first one. If you buy the Skip Max 2000 today, you will receive 10% off your purchase. Have a think, suitable or unsuitable? Yes, that's right. The first example is suitable. That's because it's realistic with a 10% discount, and it's appealing because the buyer is getting some money off. If it were 90% off, that's unlikely to happen, and the reader might be a little bit skeptical. They probably wouldn't believe that that would happen. But having a discount of any kind is something that would entice the customer. And the use of the word today is an effective persuasive technique because it means the reader is more likely to buy on that day. If the writer had just said, if you buy the Skip Max 2000, you will receive 10% off your purchase, the reader is more likely to think about it for a little while. But because the writers used the word today, then the reader will want to benefit from that offer and hopefully purchase. Let's look at the second example. So that was number one. Let's look at number two. Buy today and win a brand new car that you can spin around the town in. Have a think. Suitable or unsuitable? Yes, you're correct. That's not suitable. Why is that not suitable? Well, yes, first of all, a brand new car is nothing to do with a skipping rope. A mother or a father or a carer who's in the market looking for a skipping rope would probably not be thinking of brand new cars at the same time, so it might not necessarily be something to entice them. It's also completely unrealistic because usually, or ever really, you wouldn't give away new cars with a skipping rope. Let's look at the third example then. If you buy the Skip Max today, I will come to your house and give you a pair of headphones that your child can use when they are skipping along to the beat. This is a little bit of a tricky one. Let's think first. Is the offer realistic? A pair of headphones? And would it persuade the reader to buy the product? Yes, I agree. I think headphones probably would persuade the reader to buy the product because, as we know, the Skip Max, or at least the one I've written about, plays music. So perhaps that's actually quite persuasive to parents who don't always want to hear the music being played. However, what's the problem with this example? Great, well done. It's written in the first person. It's completely unrealistic that the writer of this advert would be able to go to everybody's house and give them a new pair of headphones. So, come to your house is inappropriate, and as is I. Adverts are not written in the first person, and some of us need to be really careful with that. We don't write as I. We would write as, you could write as we perhaps, but it wouldn't be written in the first person. I like that. Now, if you were to write, if you buy the Skip Max today, we will come to your house, that still wouldn't be appropriate, okay? Because coming to your house isn't something that professional company would do. Let's look at number 4. During the whole of the school holidays, Skip Max will be offering customers the chance to enter a prize draw to win some top-of-the-range children's trainers. Have a think, suitable or unsuitable? This one probably is suitable because they're not saying they're giving away a pair of children's trainers with every purchase, which is completely unrealistic. They're saying Skip Max is entering them into a prize draw. And this is the difference. In this example, they have used the company's name, Skip Max, instead of I. So use the company's name, or you could use our company, for example. Our company will be offering, or our brand will be offering customers the chance to enter. A prize draw, so this one probably is realistic because parents will think, yes, I have a chance, I'll give that a go. And I love the way in this example they've referenced the school holidays, which is even more persuasive because that's likely when parents will be buying. So making that offer really specific. If you make it so that you can be entered into a prize draw all of the time, then parents probably won't think they have a chance. But by including the phrase during the whole of the school holidays, that's going to entice parents to buy during the school holidays because they'll think not everyone will buy during the school holidays, so they have more of a chance to win the trainers. Why is it that trainers is an appropriate advert rather than a PlayStation, for example? Or why is it that trainers is an appropriate giveaway rather than a PlayStation? Have a think. Yes, well done, because parents who want to buy their child a skipping rope will be thinking they're wanting a product that will help their child have exercise or get some exercise and have fun. That's the reason why you'd go to a shop or read a catalogue about skipping ropes. However, a PlayStation, whilst some of you may have lots of fun in it, won't help you get exercise. So the parent won't be interested in being entered into a prize draw for that. And then they might end up buying another product that has a better special offer. Remember, we're always competing against products who might have better special offers. Trainers links to doing exercise, which links to why people buy skipping ropes. Final 2 examples then. With every purchase, customers will receive a discount code that they can use next time they're in store. Have a think, is this one suitable? Yes, I think this one is an effective offer actually, because the discount code means that parents and carers will have the flexibility to buy whatever they want when they're in store. And that might appeal to them, especially if they don't want another skipping rope. Again, it's quite realistic. They know they've shopped in that store before, so they'd probably like the chance to receive a discount code, which means they get money off on another product of their choice. This is also quite a clever ploy by the brand, because they've linked up with the shop and the shop has obviously secured a deal with them, and by using this discount code it means that people are coming back to the shop where the Skip Max was bought, and that means more money for the shop. So that is a suitable one, I would say. And finally, number 6. With every purchase, customers will receive 5 new skipping ropes that they can trade in for a different colour whenever they want. Wow, sounds fantastic! If you had 6 children who didn't know how to share and who loved skipping all of the time. Why is that not suitable? I've given you a bit of a clue there. Yes, you're right. Most customers won't want more than 1 skipping rope. The fact that 5 are included just seems like a bit of a nuisance, to be honest. 5 skipping ropes around the house is a hazard more than anything else. You would probably end up tripping over them. And this, they can trade in for a different colour whenever they want, sounds like more hassle than it's worth. So whilst it makes sense, it isn't going to work. And please be careful with buy one, get one free as well. Have a think. How many times have your parents went to the shop and bought a skipping rope and thought, oh, I'd love to get another one free? It's not like milk that you would use every day. Most people, most families only need 1 skipping rope. So today, when we write our special offers, I'm really looking out to see whose is going to be effective, persuasive, and most of all, appropriate. Now, let's move on. In today's writing, we're going to be looking at making effective language choices. This is the final paragraph of our persuasive write before we create our own product to write about. Now, please pause the video and write today's date and what. Welcome back, and hopefully you're ready to begin. So we've already written about 2 features of this fantastic product. In my case, I wrote about glow in the dark mode and magical melodies mode. Now I'm going to write a short paragraph about a final feature, and then I'm going to include a special offer at the end as a final persuasive push. So hopefully you remember the steps by now. You don't need to follow them exactly, but I know it's been helping some of you structure your writing and produce excellent pieces. So step number 1, what is the feature? Well, I want to really work on making sure my writing flows, and I certainly don't want to begin with secondly or thirdly because I'm not writing a set of instructions. So I need to think of a way to begin and make sure my writing is cohesive. So I might say, the Skip Max also has, or I could say, which I think is slightly more effective, the other feature really worth getting excited about is, now I need to be careful not to say the final feature because that implies there's no more left. However, if you say final and that's okay if you're confident that your other 2 are really great features. But I've decided to go for other. The other feature really worth getting excited about is, and if I remember back to my plan, I think I went for the jump counter. And I stand by that. I think that is a great feature of a skipping rope. So the other feature really worth getting excited about is the jump counter. I've really clearly explained what the feature is. So therefore I'm moving on to step 2. What does the jump counter do? Now this probably seems really obvious to you, but not all readers will be able to infer or pick up things so easily. What does it do? So instead of saying the jump feature, or the jump counter, I want to be cohesive, so I'm going to say this feature. This, in fact, is the jump counter. Yes, I thought I might add in more detail. The other feature really worth getting excited about is the built-in counter on the right handle. I actually think the jump counter could be better described as the built-in counter on the right handle. The built-in counter, because that makes it even clearer to the reader. They can imagine exactly where it will be. The built-in counter on the right handle, and I've been really specific. Always worth reading back and tweaking yours. The skip max, the other feature really worth getting excited about is the built-in counter on the right handle. Great. What does it do? Well, the name you can infer quite easily from the name, but I'm going to describe it so that all readers are sure. This feature will allow your little ones, and you've been using so many great synonyms for children throughout this, so well done, will allow your little ones to, now I know that I'm working today on making effective language choices, so I want to think of a word that will persuade them. I could say to keep track of their jumps, but I'm going to add in to easily keep track of their jumps. To easily keep track of the number of jumps they've completed. And I'm going to actually add on something else it can do. I'm going to say it will also allow the adult to set targets for the child. So let me read back and see how I would add that on. I really want to make sure I sell this final feature. This feature will allow your little ones to easily keep track of the number of jumps they've completed. I could here say, so they'll never have to count again. Or I might add in an additional use for the adult. So I'm going to say, and in fact I don't need the comma there, and allow you, direct address to the reader, as the adult, to keep track. I've actually already said keep track there, so I want to make sure I'm not repetitive. So I'm going to say allow you as the adult to set them their own goals. And the reason I've written this is because I want to show that this feature has benefits for the children and for the adults. And hopefully I'll be able to discuss them in part number 3. So let me read back. What does it do? This feature will allow your little ones to easily keep track of the number of jumps they've completed and allow you, as the adults, put that bit in comments to emphasise, to set them their own goals. Now, just in case the reader's wondering how that works, I'm going to say, when your little darlings hit their goal, in fact I've already said little darlings, what could I say instead? Have a think. Perhaps I could say exercise bunnies, absolutely. Exercise experts. Somebody the other day, I think in class, Finn was talking about leaping leopards. So I'm going to say when your jumping jacks hit their goal, what will the skip max do? The skip max 2000 will congratulate them over and over again. Congratulate them over and over again. And I'm sure the parents will think that that's something that will really motivate the children. Okay, I'm going to move on to step number 3 then. What is the benefit? Well, I've spoken about, let me go back to my paragraph, I've spoken about the fact the skip max keeps track of the number of jumps. So the benefit of that is your child won't lose count. And what's the benefit of adults being able to track their child's goals? Well, they can set them targets and see how much exercise they're getting. So what is the benefit? I'm going to say with this feature, with this innovative feature, thinking about my word choice and my language choice, with this innovative feature, Innovative means quite cool and new, or you could say with this unique feature, although some skipping ropes have this feature, we can use that language to try and persuade the reader that it's quite a unique thing. With this innovative feature, unique means different and something that other skipping ropes don't have. And unless the reader has read a lot about skipping ropes, they probably won't know if other skipping ropes has it, or have this feature, sorry. With this innovative feature, your children will never, I'm being careful to use will never, really clear persuasive language, will never lose count again. Count again. Exclamation mark. Or if you wanted to, you could put a benefit for the adult in there. However, you don't want to make it too long. I think I haven't included the benefit for the adult because I think it's quite clear. We don't need to spell it out for them. They can track their child's jumps and they can set them targets. That is a benefit in itself. Okay, let's read back that feature then and see if we are happy with it. The other feature really worth getting excited about is the built-in counter on the right handle. This feature will allow your little ones to easily keep track of the number of jumps they've completed and allow you, as the adult, to set them their own goals. When your jumping jack hits their goal, the Skipmax 2000 will congratulate them over and over again. I'm going to change the word goal there to target so that it's less repetitive. The Skipmax 2000 will congratulate them over and over again. Or you could say, this clever product will congratulate them over and over again. And what is the benefit? With this innovative feature, your children will never lose count again. Excellent. Now, the final step is to include my last persuasive push. So please make sure that you add this bit in at the end. Hopefully, after reading all about the fantastic features, what they do and their benefits, your reader will have already decided to buy the product. However, the last few lines often seals the deal for some customers. If they're in two minds, what can I say now that will really persuade them to buy it? At the beginning of the lesson, we talked about appropriate and suitable offers. And I want to try and use really informal but catchy language, memorable language at the end of this advert so that the parents or the readers will remember it. So I'm going to finish by saying, what's my offer going to be? I could say, with every purchase, customers will receive. I could start like that, so I'm going to write that sentence starter up. With every purchase, customers make, with every purchase, customers will receive. Or I might start with a free limited edition gift, I'm going to say. With a free limited edition gift, only available while stocks last, and that's why we are focusing on our language choices today, because adding this phrase, only available while stocks last, is going to make the readers more likely to buy today. Otherwise, they'll be thinking they're going to miss out. Only available while stocks last. Now, you might be wondering why I haven't named the gift. You can if you wanted to, but I've chosen the language limited edition to add a little bit of intrigue. I'm thinking that some readers might be intrigued by the unknown and they might buy the rope if they're unsure because they want to find out what the gift is. However, you might think that it would be better to name what the gift is or what the offer is. with a free limited edition gift, only available while stocks last, you'd be silly not to snap up. You'd be silly not to snap up, really informal language, snap up the Skip Max 2000 today. Full stop. And at the end, you could include something, a catchy pun or a rhyme. You could try and use rhyme. You might try and use a little bit of humour. So I'm going to say, so what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? So what are you waiting for? Buy today. Or you could say, don't delay and don't delay and buy the Skip Max today. I'm going to say, buy today, buy this product today to truly transform your child's exercise routine. So something really catchy that they could remember. So what are you waiting for? A rhetorical question. Buy today, using the imperative. Buy this product today. It's giving the reader a direction to do something, which is really, really persuasive. And I haven't just said to help your child exercise. I've said to truly transform your child's exercise routine, which is also another great example of how to persuade them. So let's read back that push, or my persuasive push. With a free limited edition gift, only available while stocks last, you'd be silly not to snap up the Skip Max 2000 today. So what are you waiting for? Buy this product today to truly transform your child's exercise routine. I'm actually going to take away today here because I've used it here. And I want to be careful not to really repeat myself. Okay? Well, fantastic work, everybody, on this unit. I have been absolutely so impressed with these persuasive adverts, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how they end up today. If you'd like, you can record yourself reading yours, either today's work or the whole thing, and I'd love to hear them on Seesaw. Perhaps you can pretend to be on a TV advertisement or even a radio advertisement if you don't want to show your face. Final feature today, and then one final persuasive push. Let's see who can add in some catchy, humorous language to keep the reader wanting, or to make the reader want to spend their money on a Skip Max today. Have a great day, everybody. I can't wait to see your work on Seesaw, and well done for making it to the end of the video and the end of this week's, or not this week's, right? This mini unit on skipping ropes. See you later.